Hi guys, what's up YouTube? This is Quick Bob here at it with another OU battle. This time I'm up against a guy called Austin or DracotheDragonite. I decided to have a battle against him while he was on stream because I just saw his stream and I'm like, okay, this is cool, I'll just have a match with him. So I decided to bring up a team that, has a lot of mons I really like, but it turned out to be pretty solid, so I just said, you know what, let's roll with it. With a defensive chomp, it just does well against stuff like Talonflame and the likes. I have Stealth Rocks. It's kind of annoying and it's just a big threat overall, so I'm like, let's go with it. I have a Jirachi, it's just defensive, it can do damage and stuff. I have no idea, it's just a good Draco switch and all of that, and it can beat fairies pretty well in case Scizor can't, which is my setup sweeper. I have Latios, which is either a hazards clearer or just drops them Dracos. I have Infernape. He's Infernape. He actually does a good job against his team because a lot of his team takes 60% or is flat out O-code by Infernape, so he's going to be a good win con. Just my mix set. And I have a Togekiss with the Scarf. It's just it's cool because Togekiss is also kind of a big threat. I mean, I can just chug out air slashes, and as long as it's at full health, it's going to be a big threat. So, looking at his threats, though, also my Latios is a threat, but that should be given, seeing as how he only has Jirachi as a switch-in, and I have Infernape to abuse that, so he's going to have to really see how he can play around that. Maybe try to minimize his Jirachi switch-ins, I'm not sure. But anyways, looking at his team, though, I see two huge threats. I see that Manaphy, which is a gigantic threat because it can set up a tail glow, and I will genuinely have to sack something if Latios is in or weakened, so I'll have to decide, I might have to sack something. And that's why Manaphy is a big threat. I just have to take that out ASAP. The other threat's Rotom because I can weaken it, but in order to weaken it, I also might have to end up putting something on Father Row, or I'd have to send out Latios. So, just as long as I have Latios, it should be fine, but if I don't have Latios, then that thing's a threat. And then, Mega Medicham is a threat, because when is it not a threat? But basically, I don't have a lot of efficient switch-ins, and my closest thing is Tank Chomp, which just can tank a hit and then just weaken it a lot. That's the closest thing I have because Megacham is a monster. So yeah. I guess with that out of the way, let's get into it. So he leads off with his Rain Setter Polytoad because he needs to get the rain up. That's essentially how his team works, as I go out to Garchomp because getting rocks up would be crucial for Mega Medicham and stuff. And as you'll see later, you might think it's a controversial thing because I'm going to set up rocks and he's going to go for Scald, and that does a lot. It deals half health, which is quite a bit because I want this chump to be healthy for Mega Medicham. So I'm just going to send out my Latios as it goes to Scald, and it does a decent chunk. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna drop a Draco. And I drop a Draco, right? I freaking missed because, why? Well, I've never seemed to land a Draco anymore, what the hell? So, I go for Psyshock, and this is really crucial, or at least game-changing, because he goes for Toxic. And if I went for Draco, I would have killed it, and my Latios would be healthy. Because if you look at his team's rather weak to Latios. I mean, besides Jirachi, which baits an Infernape, nothing can really take it. So, yeah, it's pretty crucial. I'm not going to say anything about it just now, but it's pretty crucial, and you'll see later. So, I finally take out that Blade Gastrodon, which is really good, because that was a threat, as it goes out to its Manaphy. I want to drop a Draco just right now because I don't know what this thing's going to do if it sets up. I just want this thing weak enough that Infernape can clean up with close combat, or Latios can come back in depending on whether it's Calm Mind or Tail Glow. So it goes for Tail Glow, and I just need to decide what I need to sack because I need this thing to take out the Manaphy. So I look at his team, I'm just like, alright, Scizor is going to be the least useful because he has a lot of resist. By resist, I mean his entire team except Mega Medicham resist Bullet Punch. So it's not going to be doing a whole lot, but it goes for rest, so I'm like, oh crap. So I really need to make sure it's in a Latios right now. I'm going to Mega Evolve, just get some nice chip damage with Bullet Punch, because it KOs at around 90% Draco Meteor. I mean, it's a strong move from a freaking Dragon Jet, so yeah, but unfortunately, it means Scizor has to bite the dust, but the rain now stops, and I can just send out Jordan, and unfortunately, I have to Draco Meteor. I couldn't be in enough health to actually live, and I couldn't afford to recover because if that Manaphy Ice Beam, I would have been screwed out of the game. So I lose my Latios, which sucks because now I don't have anything and just drop Dracos really hard. So now he sends out Politoed, I send out Garchomp, and here I just decide to go for the Earthquake, get some nice damage because Chomp is still strong even as a tank. I mean, look how much that did. And here I make a huge mistake. I knew he was going to send out Rotom Wash because why wouldn't he preserve Politoed? But I really wanted to play it safe for some reason. Even though I could have sent out Infernape afterwards, I should have went for the Toxic turn earlier instead of when I'm doing it now. Because now my Garchomp's going to die, which means I don't have anything to hit the Mega Medicham with because it won't be taking any Rocky Helmet or Rough Skin, right? And it won't be taking that, so that really sucks because now the Mega Medicham's just going to be able to come in at full without any problem. So I have to send out Togekiss. It's the only fast thing I need in Infernape to basically take care of Jirachi and potentially Mega Medicham. So I have to go for a Dazzling Gleam here, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to send out with Jirachi. Yeah, maybe I could have stayed in, but I figured it would be nice for Mega Medicham potentially. So, send out Jirachi, and here I go for Zen Headbutt, because I just didn't trust Iron Head to flinch, and what if you want a Pain Split, so I just wanted to get as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, it doesn't KO as he goes for the Hydro Pump, which does a lot, and potentially enough to now where Mega Medicham can come in. I'm like, well, that sucks because, you know. So he just decides to snap Politoed now, maybe seeing if he could do anything, but it just gets bopped by a Zen Headbutt, but not like that matters because now he's just going to send out Mega Medicham. And, you know, maybe I was like, oh, I could sack this thing and it'll take Stealth Rocks damage, which should make it more likely for him to KO, right? But, nope. He just went for the Drain Punch, which means Mega Medicham's at full, which means I have a very low chance of killing. So, I have to send out Togekiss, even though I'm pretty sure it'd carry Bullet Punch. It does, and now I have to pray that Fire Blast kills. And, well, let's see. Olympus, can you KO with this Fire Blast? Goes for it. And it barely doesn't. So if I had that Rocky Helmet Chomp, which I said I should have kept, then I would have had this game in the bag. But I didn't, unfortunately, and that's the consequence. So that's going to be a good game. If you couldn't see, that Latios miss mattered because, yes, he did have Jirachi, but I could have baited out with Infernape, and then he has few switch-ins. And I'm not going to say he could have played around with Politoed, but it would have been completely different. It would have been like, you know how Future Trunks, he went to the time travel, then once he went to the past, everything just, it was a huge new chain of events because of that one thing. Well, it's the same thing here with Draco Meteor. So this match would have been completely different if that Draco Meteor hit the first time on Gastrodon. But regardless, it was a great game, and, you know, my opponent was good. So that's all for me, guys. Check out his channel. Rate, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Peace.